My name is Manny Pacquiao. All my life, I have been fighting to survive. I'm here to show you safe steps on how to prepare for natural disasters. Not all opponents let you know they are coming, but typhoons are one disaster with an early warning system. If you live near the coast or in a lightweight house, it is best to evacuate. So make sure you know where to go beforehand. Clear loose objects outside as this can knock you out. Prepare sandbags and plastic sheeting to stop water getting in. Take shelter in a safe space. So if you are up against a typhoon, remember these safe steps and you too can be a survivor. For more knockout advice, visit our website, safesteps.com.
Nakikita natin ngayon ang epekto ng bagyo sa ating bayan. Bilang mga opisyal, ang gobyerno ay gumagawa ng mga hakbang patungo sa paghahanda sa disaster. Isang magandang halimbawa, ang Marikina City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office. Pumunta kami sa opisina ni Dr. Val Barcinal para maliwanagan sa mga paghahandang ginagawa ng lungsod nila tuwing bagyo.
It's only 2,000 plus hectares. Only 3.2% of total land area of Metro Manila. 16 barangays siya. And 2 districts yun. So with regards to land use, karamihan is residential. Residential talaga siya. Tapos maliit lang industrial. Nandito yung Fortune Tobacco. So one of the biggest dyan. Yung iba kasi, since tumaas ang realty value dito, tumaas ang taxes, lumipat na yung ano. Ang shoe industry dito, bihira na yung, karamihan kasi ng shoe industry dito, yung sa ilalim ng bahay, parts by parts yan, may tagagawa, iba-iba. So dati yun ang negosyo dito. So ngayon, hindi na. So, unti na yung real industry dyan. So, mas marami din ang mga mixed-use zone dito. So, mga areas for priority development. So, equally, kakaunti lang talaga land space namin. So, why I'm telling you this? Kasi doon sa area na highly vulnerable na madalas binabaha, that's a big problem to us kasi hindi namin sila mailipat in city. So, dapat, although, during the time kasi of Bayani Fernando, yung mga nasa settlement area, yun yung nakatira sa tabi na ilog. From the bridge down hanggang doon sa border ng Pasig Division. Panay squatters lahat yun. During the time of Bayani Fernando, inalis niya lahat yun. So, permanently settled niya doon sa area ng Tumana, Nangka. So, maganda na yung place nila doon. In fact, may second floor, third floor sila doon. From the usual na nakatira sila sa tabi ng ilog. So, yung ilog na yun, naging park na siya, river parks na siya. So, ang population is roughly 500,000. Kung compared mo sa very small land area, masyadong masikip. So, highly urbanized siya. This is based on our community-based monitoring system, yung local, namin. So, in a boundary, Quezon City side na yun, nandiyan dyan yung kapitbahay namin, ka-share namin yan sa earthquake. And nandiyan sa southern part is Pasig and Cainta. And then eastern side is Sierra Madre Mountain, San Mateo, Rizal also. And nandito yung East Valley Fault, San Mateo and Montalban. So as you can see sa geographic situation ng Marikina, it's catch basin of waters coming from Montalban, San Mateo, Quezon City, Antipolo. No wonder, very prone siya sa flooding. So lahat yun, parang makikita mo yung fauna, hindi ito lahat mabaksak na. Even it doesn't rain in Marikina, pag umuulan dito, pwedeng mag-increase ang water level ng Marikina. It's connected to Pasig River to the Mangahan floodways. So, we share the same monitoring system sa rainfall. So, yung rainfall namin sa mountain, pareho yung monitoring system namin. So, we get the same information. So this is Marikina River. Ayan. And then this is the Valley Fault system along the side. This is Quezon City already. Yan, Quezon City. Kaya kapitbahay ko yung Quezon City. On the upper side, nandito San Mateo, Montalban. Ang source nito, nasa midstream kami, gitna. Ang upstream is Montalban. Diba? And downstream is Pasig. So, nasa middle kami. So, ang DPWH, if you've heard the news, sinabi na ni Secretary Singson, 2017 pa yung kanilang project, yung Pasig Marikina River Basin Project. That is a JICA-funded project na talagang will help improve the flow of the river. It will widen the river, then palalaliman ng river. Kaya lang it will start 2017 pa. And then, nag-start na sila downstream sa Pasig area. So, I'm hoping na yun yung magiging final solution, na hindi yung paulit-ulit yung flooding dito. Ang flooding naman nangyayari sa last quarter of the month. Ngayon, September up to December. So, this is a picture of Pundoy. That is 2009. This is somewhere from SM Marikina. Yung picture na yan. So, out of that, we had hazard map developed. Diba? So, ito yung the whole of Marikina River, yung maximum na. So, and ito yung mga share namin ng fault line. So, dalawa yung hazards namin is flood and earthquake.
Nakita na natin ang mga paghahanda na sinasagawa ng gobyerno ng Marikina. Ngayon naman, ay kakausapin natin ang mga kasapi ng komunidad na to.